Welcome to the showdown. One by one, they're stepping up, 'cause it's begun, get ready to throw down. You're acting tough, but I'll call your bluff. Your number's up, 'cause this is the showdown. Look into my eyes, fire burns inside. I'm feeling so alive. Always gonna do, never gonna die. When it's all on the line.
Showdown was an anthem against my disabilities and doubters. In life, growing up with cerebral palsy and dyscalculia, which only 4% of the world has, I've faced my challenges. And also in the music industry, you find that the people that, aren't always for you, and you can get trampled quite a bit. So this was my war cry to all those people that I was going to face my disabilities, face the people who doubted me, and it was the final showdown.
There's nothing more I need to say. A devil won't change his ways. Sell you any lie with a straight face, but a devil won't change his ways. Once the dice are rolled, it's a rigged game. A devil always wins 'cause the rules change. And even if it all goes up in flames, a devil won't change his ways. A devil won't change his ways.
Seeing as how a lot of these songs are influenced by popular TV show themes in movies and film, I went through a phase where I watched a lot of Breaking Bad and House of Cards, and all those shows were about the villain. And I started thinking about my villains in my own life, and I had a friend who I went to bat for several times who ended up getting a little too close to a girlfriend I had. And that's when I realized some devils just won't change, and that's what that song's about. Look at our society and culture at large. A lot of people go through life not questioning where they get their opinions, how they dress, how they act, all that kind of thing. I would argue that Hollywood and the big screen plays a big part in why we do what we do and how we view the world. And oftentimes I find those influences not to be good. I was watching a documentary from a Pastor Joe Schimmel called Hollywood's War on God, and got to learn about the satanic symbolism and occult symbolism in Hollywood movies and music. And there's a lot to go down that rabbit hole, but you should check that out and find out that Hollywood's directive is to mislead people. Hey, my name is Matt Sassano, aka M3 from Knoxville in the USA. I'm excited to be dropping by to promote my new album on HopeJamz radio show. My new album was released on July 2nd, 2019 through Raven Faith Records, and it's called Transcend. Mainly because what I want people to take from it is that they can overcome their problems and pain and fight through all the obstacles that life hands them. The album was largely inspired by TV and film, but even more than that, became inspired by a lot of my personal challenges growing up with cerebral palsy and dyscalculia, both very challenging disabilities that I've had to overcome in my life. So that's where a lot of the fighter anthems come from, and there's more than that, but that's kind of the root core of what I want people to take. The album is called Transcend, and it is a pop / EDM flavored album with the explosive energy of rock. Since we last talked, I added my best friend Tyler to the mix, and he's playing bass for me. I've known him since he was 7 and I was 11 years old, so it's great to get with a best friend that you've known for so long and be rocking stages all these years later. It's been such a great time kind of just adding Tyler to the mix as well. We taught him bass. In the matter of 2 weeks, he learned some of my songs and was on stage the very next 2 weeks for Audio Feed Music Festival, where we got to throw down. So we're really excited, man. This really is a core group of people that really form a great band, and we get along great. So you can reach me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Matt Sassano Music, and I'd love to chat with you on there, and we'll talk about music, talk about rock and roll, talk about pop, talk about all the things M3.